Hello, hello, we are back. Oh, I keep forgetting to check the screws on this chair. Like, seriously. That's a bummer. Here we are to do our story for our shuffle and pull we had last night. I did add some cards. I don't know if they're going to remain in the deck just because I don't know how they're going to work. So we'll see how it goes. One of them being less than. We have a less than and a greater than. So we have something is less than the karma. Perhaps the karma that they're receiving, or they're feeling less than because of the karma that they're receiving. The karma is magnetic. It's attracting, perhaps. It's attracting attention. It's attracting heat. It's attracting fire. It's attracting, perhaps it's magnetizing the spark to want to gamble and throw the dice. For this person or this place, this Hollywood place, taking a gamble in the empty dreams of Hollywood. Something is igniting the gamble that was taken in Hollywood. We don't have the horse. So without the horse, we are missing the senses. So maybe someone has lost all of their senses now because of the gamble they took. We don't have the person who drives the carriage, so we are also missing the intellect. So they're kind of not so smart about the chances that they took here. Hold just a moment. Okay. The carriage is stalled. It's held up. Maybe someone is getting held up. Someone's definitely going to be late. Let's see. Journey towards enlightenment in Buddhism is the meaning of carriage. Hindering. Oh, something heavy is hindering their spiritual growth. Could be a baby carriage. Maybe this person ended up with a baby. Could be someone's posture as carriage as well. But I don't see any people-ish people, so we're not going to go with posture. So because of this gamble, somebody lost their senses, meaning they could have lost their sight, their knowing, their hearing, something of that nature. They could have gained a baby, as we said. They completely lost their wits about them for sure, and now they're mirroring that. They're reflecting on all this. They're at a standstill. Maybe they got stuck in a frying pan somewhere. They got stuck in some trouble. Cooked the egg. I would say maybe with the egg that would confirm the fact that maybe there was a pregnancy involved. So they had to take a break, kind of regroup, right? Maybe they needed to transform With our Hoot Hoot card, this is the owl that's ready to speak after they've done all their discovery. Maybe they're ready to talk about something. They want to get dressed up. Spend some alone time with the camp. Maybe they got with their people in their camp about this house and this little casita, it appears. Maybe it's a house with land that has a guest house on it, or multiple structures on the land. It also has a well there. Maybe this karma is making them kind of take a look down in their feelings and their emotions about stuff, how they handle things. How they handled the gossip. The well for me is a place where people gather. Biblically, they would talk at the well, gossip at the well. There's no handle there, so it's not like they're there to get water. Could be resources or mineral rights on this land with the multiple structures on it. Someone could have tried to portray someone was living at a camp or was homeless. In regards to this property or this house with the land and the extra structures on it. This little cabin could have been used as an Airbnb on their land. The ladybug. I know if one lands on you, it's supposed to be considered luck. Lady luck. The ladybug eats the aphids, so the predators or the parasites or the bugs that get onto plants. People actually buy them to put in their garden. General happiness. Encourages growth. Good luck. Wishes coming true. Maybe your wishes coming true was actually an ending for someone else and someone wanted to pirate that. Not only did they take your land, their property, your mineral rights, your well of knowledge, your ability to take care of parasites and pests, but they wanted to also poison the network who thought you were a nice person, a sweetheart. Network, community, computer, so something to do with being online, a website. Maybe you were a sweetheart or are a sweetheart and they wanted to make it seem like you were saying things about people in other nationalities, or they were trying to say that all you cared about was to travel and keep record of they're winding up the pit bull. So you come across as being this goofy, sweet, loyal family person, but they're trying to wind it up. So you become this vicious, attacking, literal pit bull, the one that they talk bad about. And they're trying to create or make evidence of where you've been by being this nightmare person. Or because of all of this, and because of the karma that's been playing out because of these things, maybe it's saying that regardless of what had happened, the ladybug is lucky and it's been eating the poison. Or your actions online has been showing that this poison is false. That you are actually a sweetheart who says what you mean and means what you say. Is authentic to the point where you could, you are recording where you've been and what you've been doing and winding up this whole story and showing that you're loyal and showing that you're a family person and showing that you're kind and a little bit goofy. And because this is all winding up and the truth is out, your funds are going to come in. Your spiritual gifts are coming in. Oh, I didn't put the little... Gosh, it took me a long time to figure it out this time, huh? Oh, shucks. Sorry, you guys. I was going to say, why didn't anyone tell me? Huh, we're not live yet. No one can tell me. We've got our Spiritual 7 card. Life Path 7, Perfection. Hey Google, what is Life Path 7?
The life path number 7 in numerology represents the seeker of truth, wisdom, and spiritual knowledge. People with this number are often deep thinkers and introspective. They're typically analytical, independent, and have a profound desire to understand the mysteries of life and the universe. They value their solitude to reflect and recharge, and they're always driven by a hunger for knowledge. Does that sound like what you were hoping to hear, or would you like to know more about their common traits or relationships?
It is interesting what you said, and it was actually, I asked the wrong question. I meant to ask, what is the 7th house?
No worries at all. The 7th house in astrology is known as the House of Partnerships. It governs all committed one-on-one relationships, which includes marriage and long-term romantic partners, but also business alliances, legal contracts, and even open enemies. It essentially represents the qualities you seek in others and how you interact with the outside world in committed connections. Would you like to know more about how the 7th house relates to specific types of relationships?
How does the 7th house relate to feathers and poison?
That is a very interesting combination of concepts. In traditional astrology, the 7th house is strictly about relationships and partnerships, so it doesn't directly relate to physical objects like feathers or substances like poisons. However, if you are looking at different systems or symbolic meanings, feathers often symbolize truth, justice, or balance in many cultures, which are themes that could be viewed through the lens of partnership and legal contracts, both of which are ruled by the 7th house. Poisons could metaphorically represent toxicity in a relationship, hidden enemies, or secret betrayals, which are also concepts covered under the broader scope of the House of Partnerships and Open Enemies. Is there a specific text or school of thought you were reading about that linked these ideas?
Oracle cards.
I'd be happy to give you some information about oracle cards. Oracle cards are a tool for self-reflection and guidance, similar to tarot cards, but they are generally less structured.
Sorry,
They come in
folks.
decks of various sizes and are usually focused on
Does
themes
anyone
like
know how to turn it
affirmations,
off?
spiritual insight,
Thank you,
or
Google.
practical advice. People use them to gain clarity, set intentions, or get a new
Interesting,
perspective on a
right?
situation. Is there anything specific you wanted to know, like how to use them or where you can find different types of decks?
No, thank you. Okay, so we've got our, this is very interesting. I had no idea the partnerships, the 7th house, marriage contracts, and wow. So there's definitely some relationships or situationships that are not so great in this scenario. I'm completely at a loss because now I want to go back and ask the same questions and write them all down on here again. But isn't that an interesting portrayal between the 7 and the poison and the feather? I'm hoping that you were able to hear everything that it was saying. I'm seeing this as a 71 here, so it could be the year someone was born in 1971. Someone could be 71 years old. It could have to do with July 1st, something that had happened there. The match up there looks kind of like a 1 as well. And then we've got the 10, the 5, and the 6 on the dice there. 10 is learning a lesson and starting a new cycle. The 5 is change, and the 6 is about family, love, and relationships as well. Super interesting. Okay, so we've got the feather for me is a spiritual symbol. It is also something about like tickling the surface of something. The fact that we've got the 7, that's like a also like winnings, like a windfall of winnings coming. Someone could be gaining some more spiritual gifts as far as sight, as far as intuition, as far as just knowing, as far as what else is there? I guess maybe you can gain other gifts like this, the sense of smell. Whatever this person lost in their senses that we were talking about with the carriage, perhaps you're going to be gaining them. Like that's part of their karma for trying to take your property and your land and your guest house and your well of knowledge and everything else. That they were trying to poison all of that. So now they are stuck without having any of those gifts, and you have maybe gained them, or you will be gaining them soon. You just need to kind of kick back and relax. Just know that the whole plug has been pulled on this scenario, and we've got the less than up there in the corner. That they're definitely pulling the plug on your less than feeling, as maybe you didn't have enough to kind of survive every day, and you've just been trying just to deal with that. We've got the props there on the side, on the left side, where we did the next card out. And then we had the bottom of the deck was the butter feeling like they're being left out. Maybe it was a counterpart that was feeling left out. That's the overriding card of the entire reading. So this has to do with perhaps a counterpart of some sort. The props over there, someone was trying to make it seem like something they were trying to support themselves. They were trying to mask themselves, perhaps, by doing what they were doing. They were putting on a performance. Maybe they're giving you props at this point. Props could be confirming the properties that we have on the table, considering it's an S at the end of props. So it's more than one property. We've got the colon there, again with the colonoscopy, folks. If you haven't scheduled one, then please go do so. They are finding colon cancers earlier in life nowadays. I've heard or read stories even like in your 20s, people are getting diagnosed with colon cancers and whatnot. It could be the fact that people are participating in that kind of activity that would require maybe being checked out more so for that. I don't know. It also looks like a bowling ball, and it also looks like the number 8 to me at this point. hitting that ball down the alley, trying to knock down all the pins. The 8 would be August. We've got July and August here. The water glass is my Aquarius card. Do you see the glass as being half empty or half full? That also looks like a 1, so it could be an 81. Someone could have been born in 1981. August 1st, perhaps. Maybe someone needs to be more hydrated. I know with colonoscopies, you got to drink a whole lot of water. Whole lot of water. You don't want to overhydrate yourself because that can be just as much as a detriment as underhydrating yourself. Things are quite transparent. Things are clear. Or they will be soon. Interesting, we've got that water glass and then we've got the bathtub here. Water, water, water could be confirming somebody's emotions. We've got the carriage up here and then the quote unquote down here. Empty promises, perhaps. Stuck on what it is they said that they'd be able to deliver. They're not able to deliver what they said they could. My ear's ringing right now. Bathtub candy, pulling the plug on the sweet isolation idea, dream. Spiritual network. Maybe wanted to dress up for Hollywood, or thought they were going to party in Hollywood or with Hollywood. With the Marilyn Monroe on the star, it could have been they were probably going to dress for someone's funeral, someone's passing. Trying to poison someone's spiritual belief. Someone's ready to talk about the gamble that was taken on winding up someone's luck, transformation, and new start. The pit bull. Misunderstanding what was said at the well. Didn't take a pause to be able to kind of like think about it or attract on it or maybe even take that pause to attract, connect, perhaps connect. Instead, traveled to some isolated place, maybe in the mountains or the woods, to crack the egg and into the frying pan, sunny side up. You can have eggs in different ways. Sunny side, their karma. Maybe to handle their karma better. Maybe handle the karma the way they wanted to be able to handle their karma, in a way that they wanted it to be, instead of the way other people or other entities wanted them to handle it. There's information or things were said about this house, and they're reflecting on how it was less than what they thought it would be. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap this one up and we're going to head into the next story where I use the word cards to confirm or to add a little color to it. Thanks for being here. Take care.